Yo, welcome to SECZN. You're now tuned in to SECZN. Lunch breaks, man. So you guys go ahead and file in here. Warm your food up. Get prepared. We're about to have a very, very interesting discussion today, man. And I got my guy with me, Mr. DC Wolf. DC, how you doing, man?
Man, I am great, man. Ready for the lunch break, man. I got the Nick Frazier special going on today. I got my small back food. Last week I was big backing it, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
This week I was small backing it, you know what I'm saying? Got some
dialing it back a little bit.
Oh man, yeah, I got some sweet potato. You know what I'm saying? I got a sweet potato. I got some broccoli, man, some steamed broccoli. I got some oven baked pork chop, man. I put some thyme and rosemary on that thing for your aromatics. Yes, great, man.
Looks good, man. Looks good. Hey, I got tired of the chat saying that I eat lunch like a kid.
Okay.
You know, they was cracking on my fruit snacks and, and all that. So I got, let me see. I stepped up just a tad, man. I got these little things from Daylight Donuts.
Okay, let's see it.
They are.
That look good, man.
Goulash. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's got Conecuh sausage on the inside of it.
Bro, bust it. Bust that thing. Let me see what's in it, Taz.
Let's see if we can get some. Let's see if we can get some. I'll just bite it.
Yeah, bite that thing, bro. Get some SMR, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got the cheese. Look at that.
Yeah, that look good.
Mm-hmm.
That look good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that look good, man. You're doing it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Eating like an adult today is what I'm doing. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
So you guys in the chat, man, you guys know the rules. Tell us what you're having for lunch, man.
Yep.
Tell us what you're having for lunch on entry. That's how we get down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Mm-hmm. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good.
Okay. Do you dunk it in anything, Taz? Do you do they give you something to dunk it in, or is it just good like that? Do you like?
Nah, it's good like that. It's got like cheese on the inside of it.
Ooh. Okay.
So it's I'm trying to eat it without the cheese flying everywhere. That's why I was holding it like that. But yeah, it's pretty good, man. I suggest you guys check them out if you got a Daylight Donuts in your area. Okay. So yeah, man. So we got an interesting conversation going on today. Before we get started, man, let's go ahead and check and see who we got checking in already.
Let's do it.
Tim the Tool Man Taylor said one more thing. The price of the brick going up. The Marlo Stanfield, man. If you don't watch The Wire, I suggest you get on that today. Check out The Wire. He also says what he's having for lunch here. He's got some pot roast and water. Okay. That is solid. I like it. Yeah. Big Sarge checking in. Hey, welcome. This is his first time around the lunch table here. He says, I told you, Tez, I was going to be in the building. Hey, appreciate you for showing up, man. I guarantee you're going to enjoy this conversation we're about to have. We got the missus checking in. She said, that sounds good, DC.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Miss TJ? I mean, Miss Tez. I'm sorry, Miss Tez. Right.
Oh, man. She not going to like that. We know running the show. She's not gonna like that, I'm telling you. And she said, yes, you do eat like a kid. Hey, listen, I didn't need no co-signing, man. But I do the best I can.
Tell it. Spill the tea, man. Tell it.
You got CJ DeJour in the building. Says, caught y'all live. CJ, what's up? What's happening? Welcome. What you having for lunch? Oh, she already answered that. My bad. I didn't see it. She says, no lunch for me yet. I'm working and listening. Okay. Well, make sure you get some on your stomach. You know what I'm saying? Don't do all that hard work on an empty stomach. If you got to go the fruit snacks route, like I do, the kid route, the fruit roll-ups, hey, by all means, go forward with that. Don't let nobody deter you. And Tim Two Man said, I thought for sure Tez was gonna be eating 3 Pringles and a teaspoon of rice. Man, y'all do me so wrong, man. So let's go ahead and kick it off with our lunch poll question of the day, lunch table question of the day, and let's start this thing up, man. Let's get this one kind of off let's get Tim the Tool Man up out of here right quick so we can see. All right, so it's a real simple question. What is your boss preference, right, for your job? Who would you rather work for? Would you prefer somebody that's old and experienced or young and innovative, right? Old and experienced, young and innovative. As you know, it's fully interactive. All you got to do is type the answer in the chat. You type young for young boss, or you type old for old boss. It's on you guys. You guys can answer that how you see fit. Do you value innovation or do you value experience? I think in 2026 DC, I'm kind of like you. I'm going young, so I'm gonna go ahead and type young in the chat. I think innovation is key in 2026. You got to be innovative, man.
Mhm. Mhm.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my answer in the chat, and
Mhm.
let's see. We got the message saying, "Hey, lunch is not yet determined. Thinking of some
Damn.
salad."
Salmon?
Ah,
Bro, she going like all out for the lunch break, man. God dog.
good man. She she had
Salmon.
lunch like she eat
That's
like King
dinner.
Richard.
Right. That's dinner,
Yeah,
man.
King Richard's gonna come in here with a full spread. I can guarantee
Right.
it. Oh man, so yeah, just let us know if you like, what you prefer, old and experienced, young and innovative. A lot of people, 100% of the people are already saying, "Hey,
100% young. That's
give me
something.
a young person. Put a young person at the head of my company. I'd rather work for somebody that's young and moving this process forward." Is what people are
Mhm.
saying, man. Um, so while you guys are answering that, I'm gonna go ahead and get all the little housekeeping out of the way, right?
Mhm. Okay.
Um, so of course, this episode is called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And as you know, we're talking about NIL and as it relates to coaches' age, because we related to workplace environments. In DC, people keep saying that NIL is ruining coaching. But I don't know if that's quite right just yet.
Mhm. Mhm.
But we're gonna talk about it, right? We're
Let's
gonna
do
talk
it.
about it. So
Okay.
let's see. Now we also have available are the SEC hoodies, SEC season hoodies. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
SEC season hoodies produced and sold by ICR Design. She's in the chat, guys. She's in the chat, right?
Yay.
So make sure you go visit our website at ICR Designs with a Z .com, and that way you can grab your SEC season hoodie, become part of the cool kids. Now the gold chains are not they don't come with the hoodies, right?
Mm.
That's not my rules. Those are her rules. She's in the chat. Take it up with her. She does not want to provide gold chains for you guys. So,
I ordered mine before that disclaimer test, though. I already ordered it. I'm expecting my gold chain, man, and the
hey man,
shades
don't.
too.
Well, we said nothing about the shades, man. Don't put that out there, man. But this may be like the last week. I said this on the last stream. This may be like the last week that we're offering the hoodies because it's getting hot.
It's hot, bro. It's hot.
Right? Unless you were like 18 or younger where you wear a hoodie in 130-degree weather, you probably don't wanna wear one. So we got some short sleeve stuff in the
Okay.
works, man, so be on the lookout for that. Um, Also, man, after you get done with this, after you spend your lunch break with us, later on today, make sure you go over and you check out Heat Check with my guy Marcus Fitzpatrick.
What's up, man?
He had a little technical difficulties with his power at his house or some sort of
What?
mishap that was going on, an accident, kind of
Mm.
I think took out the whole block, something like that.
Dang.
So hopefully they got that straightened out so that my guy Marcus can get on live with you guys at 7 I hope I don't get this wrong, but 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time is
Mhm.
what I think is, correct. If I got that wrong, forgive me, and if I find if somebody corrects me, I'll update that, but yeah, go ahead and check out Heat Check. Uh,
Mhm.
he's taking the pulse of the fans of the SEC, man, so he's trying to get you guys pulse, so for sure, you make sure you wanna check that out, and we don't wanna forget my guy, my favorite chef, your favorite chef, everybody's favorite chef, Kid Country, down there at Adelaide in Otagoville, Alabama, where we do it
Otagoville.
right.
Yeah.
Do it right. Uh,
Yeah.
man, he Friday, well, yesterday, he mentioned the spread for today, which is,
Mhm.
no, the spread for tomorrow, which is Friday,
Mhm.
and man, he's cooking some good food on Good Friday.
Okay. Okay.
And his words were, "Come to Adelines so that we can make your Good Friday a great Friday." So,
Dang.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
make sure you
Sound
guys
good.
are checking that out.
Sound good.
And, last but definitely not least, Take 5, guys. We still promoting this. If you wanna be part of a live stream, but you don't want the hustle and bustle of trying to buy equipment and get on stream and get subscribers and all that, but you want your voice heard, this is a great way to do it. All you gotta do is submit a 5-second tape. You know, you can say whatever you wanna say. It doesn't have to be about football. Whatever you feel like saying, submit it to info@itsseason.com right there. We're gonna compile them, and we're gonna, put them out so you guys' voice can be heard directly, straight from the source. All right. So we're still promoting that. We got to get enough of them so that we can get a solid compilation together. And that's about it. Well, not quite. Uh Tuesday, over on SECZN Live. If you're missing SECZN Live, you definitely want to check that out on Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. Where we take get the fans rankings, right? We build our what we call our SECZN index, and it's just what the fans think, right? Our fans versus day series has been going well. Tuesday we did week 3 projections, so you want to make sure you check that out. It's posted, of course, on the channel, and I posted the results as well on the channel. And so this has been a lot of fun. Now I got to tell you guys that next week fans versus day is on the bye week.
Okay.
Right.
What's up?
We're on the bye week. That doesn't mean that we're not going to go live, because SECZN Live, trying my hardest. We're going to try our hardest to not miss a day. We will be live, but we'll be doing fun and games, right? On the bye week, what we going to do? Fun and games. So if you've seen the channel before and you participated in some of the games, you know that we do a lot of different things, Wordle, a little bit of trivia, maybe some word search. I'm not sure, but we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. So make sure you tune in Tuesday for that, for fun and games, man. You're going to have a lot of fun doing that. But this was an interesting episode, DC, and I want to go ahead.
Okay.
I'm going to put the results up here, man. We're going to talk about this real quick while we
Let's do
we
it.
chopping it up, man. So this is what we came up with in week 3 of our projections, right? These are the week 3 matchups. These, you can see who everybody picked would win, and you can see our SECZN index, or the percentage of the fan base that you kind of voted on this game and picked a certain way. This is gonna be a fun week. A lot of SEC on SEC conflict there. What do you think about this, DC? How you feel about
Man.
these matches? Anything stick out to you?
Man, what's catching my eye is Alabama 60% to Florida State. Again, no Gus Malzahn. That is interesting.
Mhm.
Man, people are down on Alabama this year from the first few polls. They are really, really, really down on Alabama, Kalen DeBoer, Tights boys, Sharp boys. Also, man, the Florida, man, they got 80%. Auburn 87%. Is that Auburn 87% or Florida?
Yeah, 87% of the fans think that Auburn is gonna win this
Oh
thing.
man, that's awesome. And then the shocker, man, y'all still got this LSU hate going on. I cannot believe it. Y'all just hating on Lane Kiffin and LSU, man. Man, LSU gonna drag Ole Miss, bro.
You think so? In their building?
Man, in that building, man. Because Lane
Okay.
Kiffin coming with, he got a point to prove, dude.
Okay.
Y'all, you know, I did this. I built this, man. Lane Kiffin
Right.
gonna come back and show them that he built this house. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Gonna come take their heart, man. Y'all really downplaying Lane Kiffin, man. But you know what I'm saying? The fans are the authority. So who am I to argue? I just go with the authority, man. What the authority say. So if it's 68,
Right.
66%, that's what it is, man. But that's just my opinion. So those are the things that catch my eye, man.
Yeah, that definitely was on the episode. That was a very interesting conversation about that one right there. That's actually a razor thin line, 66%. It was 50-50 for the longest.
Really?
Yeah, but like you said, man, hey, my opinion on these is not what matters. I voted,
Yeah.
but it's the collection of the vote. It's the fans,
know.
you know, whatever you guys come together and think is what we end up going with. And yeah, 66% of SEC fans, aka our keyboard collective here, they think that Ole Miss is gonna win that thing in their building.
Wow.
So we'll see, man. That's the beauty of this, is they got to play the games, right?
Lane,
And they got to put the
chin,
buckle the chin straps up and play.
Don't let me down, Lane. Don't let me down, Lane Kiffin. Man, Lane, I've been backing you up, man. I'm caping for you, Lane. Don't let me down, bro.
Yeah, don't let DC down, Lane. I know you watching this, right? I know, I know you're watching this. You got a fan in DC. Please don't let him down.
Don't let me down.
So all these things, man, are available to everybody. If you do want to vote in these polls, you have to be subscribed to the channel. That's the only rule that we have. And that subscription earns you a membership in the Keyboard Collective, right? It's a one question application to join the Keyboard Collective. And it's very simple. Are you subscribed? Yes or no? If you check no, you're not in. If you check yes, welcome to the collective, man. But luckily for you guys, Keyboard Collective is always taking members. There it is, man. So if you want to donate to the name, image, and likeness over here at SECZN, all you got to do is drop a comment. That's it. It's very simple. Drop a comment, and that helps us out tremendously. So go ahead and do that. Be active in the chat. Drop comments. Give us your opinions. We'll react to them. And also participate in these polls that we have up. And speaking of which, if you guys are just tuning in, our lunch table poll of the day is, what is your boss preference? The person that you would like to work for. Would you prefer an old and experienced boss or someone that is young and innovative? As of right now, it looks like 100% of the chat is like, man, give me the young guy. Right?
But I'm trying. Could be innovative too, though.
That is very, very true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's very true.
Could be innovative. And then I'm telling you like this: we getting the young guy, but man, bro, it's gonna go from decency and order, man. We're gonna be wearing Uggs and Crocs and pajamas and what's the thing, and bonnets to work, man.
You think that's what
everybody gonna have bonnets on at work? Yeah, man. It's like, bro, we got that, bro. That's a real issue that happened. That's a real issue, bro. Can you
you're right. You're right.
Bonnets to work, bro. Real short.
So some of the tradition is in there for a reason, is what you're saying.
Yeah, man. You gotta have decency and order, man. You want to, represent your brand well. You know what I mean?
I got you.
From that, the old school is gonna have, man, a button down, better brand. It's gonna be brand aware, man. New school, bro, we just like, man. Like I said, we in the job with pajamas and bonnets on, bro. That's how our atmosphere gonna be. So is what it is.
Oh man, that's funny. Hey, so I got another guest joining us, man, and let's bring him on up. Is my favorite insider, your favorite insider?
There you go.
Ant, the OC. Well, he formerly Ant the OC. He's now Ant the insider, man. Ant, what's going on, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's happening?
Man, doing pretty good. Where you at? Where you at, man? You gotta tell us where you at.
I'm in the Midwest, man. I'm in the Midwest.
Okay.
On my way to the South.
That's all we get at? We don't get a pin location. That dude just like, what you hauling just to get like I'm just in the Midwest?
I'm almost in Kansas City.
Okay.
I'm headed to Mississippi with a load
You're
of
not
water.
cold no more. You're not cold no more, is what you're saying.
Nah, it's a little warm. It's a little warm over here in Missouri, man. You can't tell it in my voice, man. I'm a little happy now, son.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, but last night on Water Cooler, you sounded a little frigid, man.
Man, a little frigid. Man, listen here, man. I felt like an ice box last night.
Oh man,
the wind blowing. Oh no, I couldn't do it.
Wow, man. That's funny, man. So, hey, before we move on, I would be remiss if I didn't mention and ask you guys to make sure we're praying for the crew of Artemis 2, who is on their way on a trip around the moon. As we speak, they have entered high Earth orbit, which is about 46,000 miles away from the Earth. On their mission to circle the moon. This will be the furthest that any man has ever traveled away from the Earth. They will once they reach the peak of their journey. And if you, well, it's the furthest that any man has traveled.
So wait.
Don't do this.
We're not moving no farther. No.
Don't do this.
We're not going no farther till I understand that comment you just made. Because
Okay.
the last time I checked, I thought that they had a moon landing with
Mhm.
Buzz Light, with
Buzz
Neil
Lightyear.
Buzz Light.
Armstrong and Buzz Lightyear and all them. So now
They
you're
did.
telling me, hold on. So now you're telling me
Mhm.
that the Artemis 2 that's
Mhm.
only circling the moon is
Right.
farther away from Earth than somebody standing on top of the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you
So
got to
you're telling
circle
me,
around it, Ant. You
okay,
got to go to the back side.
whoa,
You got to go to the back
hold on,
side of the
DC,
moon, bro.
hold on, DC, hold on,
Come on, Ant.
because that's
Don't
a
do this,
lie.
Ant.
That's a
Okay,
lie.
Ant.
Because
Ant,
listen.
Ant, if I'm
Let me
in
finish.
Walmart, if
Let
I'm
me
standing
finish.
in Walmart, Ant, well, let's put this on trucker term. If I'm standing in Walmart and you
I don't
come
care
in the
what turn
parking
you
lot
put it
and
in,
you
DC. It don't make no.
you driving around Walmart with your box of gizzards on the floor, eating out your box of gizzards. When you go
boy, don't say that.
around
Oh my
Walmart,
God, that's not good. Man, I thought I
know
was
what it
passing the
is,
Chesters. Never mind.
when you ride
Oh,
around,
man.
when you ride around the back of the Walmart, who is further away from Walmart? Me inside on the top of Walmart, or you on the back of Walmart?
Right. He's exactly
I
right. is
get
what he said.
that. I get that. And
Okay.
I'm not disputing or debating what you're just saying on that.
Uh-huh.
What I'm saying is,
Mhm.
you know these people ain't just sit in one spot on the moon to be up there on the moon for 3-4 days. They had to walk around the moon
They
or
went to the
something,
back
bro.
of
Yeah. So
Uh,
I do. So if you guys couldn't tell already, if you've been watching me for quite some time, even the title of the show, Lunch Breaks. I have a very, very special affinity for space. That's kind of my thing. I can answer that question for you, Ant.
Okay.
But what I don't want to do is I won't want to turn this into a conversation about that because
We're not.
I already
We're just gonna take 5 minutes on this conversation.
well we
Okay.
got to get into the get into and you know what I
Oh,
mean.
okay. Because I was
So
finna say,
because I
so
know
now
it.
you're
I know it's
admitting that it's. Yep.
see what I'm
Yep.
saying. I knew it.
Yep.
I knew that was
Yep.
coming. I
Yep.
know that's
Yep.
coming.
Sure is.
And I know that there are people in the
Sure
chat
is.
that part is coming, and
Tez
that
is a-
turns into a
Ted's the
really,
agent of the
really.
government, Ant. Let's move on. He's trying to protect himself, bro.
I ain't got nothing to do with it.
No,
Hey,
Ant. I'm
DC.
saying Tez is an
Hey,
agent of the government.
hey,
He just don't want to tell us.
Hey,
He keeping secrets, Ant.
hey. That's why I try to keep my special comments to a minimum
Yeah,
around
man.
here.
Tez,
I tell you what.
He
I tell you
defending
what.
the government, Ant.
This is what I do. This is what I do for you guys. This is what I do for you
He
guys.
don't want to tell us that.
Since Tuesday. Since Tuesday is going to be a fun and games episode, I'll put in a segment on Tuesday where you guys and anybody in the chat can ask me any questions that you have about any of this, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability, man. Because I know that there's a large contingent of people that
Tez,
think
don't do
that this
that.
is all
That's that
Tez,
man in
that
don't.
black
think this
stuff.
is all
Tez,
Ant,
fake,
you
man.
pulling that man in black stuff on
Don't.
us, Ant.
I
You pulling men
promise
in
you.
black on us, Ant.
Don't do
It's
that.
funny, man.
Don't you do that, cause
It's
that show could
funny.
go on for hours now. Don't you do that,
I know it. But
man.
I'll do that. I'll open it up, man, so you guys can ask me
Oh
any
Lord,
questions about this. But
DC, get ready
Yeah.
for a 3-hour show Tuesday
Okay.
now, cause I know people gonna ask about the firmament. They gonna ask about this and that.
I already
Man,
know that's
listen,
coming.
man. Hey,
No, that's gonna go into conspiracy theory, man.
But
for
shout
real
out
though,
to the
Tez,
crew
I'm
though,
like,
man.
I'm on that too. Though.
I got you. Shout out to the crew though, man. You got Commander Reed Wiseman. You got Victor Glover, who's the pilot, who's the first African American to travel into deep space. So it's history in that.
That's great.
You also got Christina Koch, who's the mission specialist. She's going to be the first woman to travel into deep space, so it's history in that. And then another mission specialist in Jeremy Hansen taking that trip, man.
First Canadian.
Yeah. There you go. See, you know. So,
And you got
it's
the first African American woman. Yeah,
right.
I
Well,
know.
no,
I
No,
know.
it's an African American
she's
woman.
not African.
Yeah,
The
yes,
woman's
it
not
is.
African American.
No, it's 4 of them. It's 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 4. Yeah.
It's an African American woman. It's a white woman. The white man
And the NASA insider now,
the
bro.
black man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm
it's
like
only one
saying,
woman.
I'm fascinated with space and
Yeah. Yeah, and she's
It
not
looked like
African
a woman.
American.
The other one looked like a woman too. But never
Wow.
mind.
Okay.
Anyway,
That's
keep it
totally different
going.
conversation. Alright. But yeah, man, just prayers to them and their families, man, because
Yeah, man.
they are taking a big risk. This is probably the loneliest place you could ever be, is to be in deep space with just 4 people. Uh, so
Yeah.
shout out to them for that, and shout out to NASA
Well,
for
at least they
securing
got
the
a woman
budget.
going.
Oh wow! So, shout out shout out to
What in the
NASA for
world, man? Yeah, move the segment on,
securing the
Tez.
budget. Yeah,
Move the segment
we
on,
gonna
man.
move it on, man. But shout out to
Wait.
NASA for securing
Hey,
the budget, man, to do
man,
this.
listen, man.
And
Listen.
restoring
So
the
let me.
space
This is my
program.
last comment on this.
Oh,
Yes,
Lord.
I got you. Go ahead,
This
go
is my
ahead.
last comment.
Because we gotta move on, man.
DC, since you wanna say so, DC.
Okay, blame me.
You
Ant. Go
imagine
ahead.
taking a trip in the
Blame Ant.
long, deep space
Mhm.
with nothing but men. You're not gonna be enjoying that trip. That's all I was saying. I wasn't looking at it in no other way, sir. I'm just saying. You're not finna enjoy that trip with 4 men. You don't even want to go from Montgomery to Tuskegee riding with 4 men.
I plead the fifth, Ant. I plead the fifth.
Let's talk about DC with this big fancy lunch today.
Mhm. Yeah, we already touched on it, man. He eating good today, man. He got
Oh, I'm late.
he's got
I'm late then.
yeah, he's got the
Yeah.
broccoli and the sweet potato and what was it, baked chicken?
Oven
Was
baked
it
pork chops.
oven baked
No,
pork
pork
chops? Okay.
chops.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that
man.
sound like
Doing
that
it big.
sound homemade though.
Yeah, I put the thyme and the rosemary on top of onions, garlic.
Man, listen here, man. I
Fresh
ain't say
everything,
all
bro.
that. I ain't say all
Good
that,
dog,
Chef
Ant.
DC.
Then you
So
got,
we
you
got
gotta
Chef
get you one of
Edward
them
and
little
Chef
cookers and put in
DC
the
today.
truck, man. You gotta get you one of them
See
little cookers
that?
and put in the
See,
truck
here we
and
go.
steam it while you riding, man. Put it all in there.
Oh
Pork
man.
chop,
Man, listen. Hey,
carrots,
so
potatoes. Put it in there and let that
dang,
thing simmer
Tez,
and
I ain't
cook,
mean to
Ant.
come in here like this.
Yeah,
Tez.
and
Oh,
we
it's
can
all
derail your
good,
show.
man. This is
We derail your
hilarious.
show. But I just got
No,
one
it's all
thing.
good.
I
It's
know you
hilarious.
derail your show, but
DC,
man, listen,
DC,
hold on,
let me
Ant.
tell you
Let me
this.
tell you, Ant. Let me tell you this right quick, Ant. I was sitting beside a driver one time, and I promise you, I'm gonna keep this quick. Bro, I looked over his truck.
Oh, Lord.
Buddy was like, he was literally
Lord.
cutting up collard greens, bro, and put them in a pot
Oh,
and
yeah.
was cooking them.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, we was
Oh,
at
yeah.
the dock. I looked over there. I'm like, this dude is cooking collard greens, man.
I
Man, it
know
happens.
people. I know people that
In the
drive. They
truck.
got. I know people with slow cookers in their truck. They'll go down the road making pot roast and all type of stuff.
Okay.
Real talk.
Back to, I'm sorry.
I ain't
I'm sorry,
playing.
Tez. Yeah, go ahead, Tez.
But look, yeah, back
It is-
to what DC talking about. I get that DC, but man, listen here. I can go spend $15 at Waffle House and get full. That's all I'm saying. I ain't got.
That's a
nothing
great
to say
point,
on
man.
that.
There's a
getting
Waffle
all
House
strong.
everywhere too. So
I ain't got nothing.
And you getting
No,
all
You
not
always find
everywhere,
one.
Tez. Not everywhere. But
most places you
And you getting
travel is
all-star,
probably
right?
winner. Or some
All-star.
sort of like
man, listen.
some sort of
Waffle House,
Waffle House alternative.
Waffle House,
Yeah.
Waffle House chain only stretches from Missouri back east. Now, you have one Waffle House out west, and that's in Colorado. That's the only one I ever seen. Other than that,
That's interesting.
you get past Missouri,
Mhm.
you ain't finna find no Waffle House. You'll find IHOPs, but you ain't finding no Waffle House.
So did y'all know that the National Weather Service actually cites Waffle Houses to determine the severity of a disaster?
Really?
Like I'm not making this up.
Really?
What?
Yeah, like if a Waffle House closes, that tells them that hey, we need to tell everybody to be inside. Like this thing is bad.
Wow.
You got to think about what it takes
Well,
for a Waffle House to
You
close.
right. You right, Ted.
Uh,
'Cause we
Interesting.
being on Christmas
Yeah,
morning.
it's
and
one
I'm
of the
like,
metrics. I'm not
yeah.
saying it's the end all be all, but yeah, they're actually part of the metric. Like, hey man, this franchise closes, then this is gonna be bad. So, but yeah, guys, we gonna bring it back to
That was
earth,
interesting. That was
right?
interesting.
Safely. And we're gonna talk about what we're talking about today. As you can see, the lunch poll question of the day is still up. And it's your boss preference at your job. Which would you rather work for? You want to work for somebody that's old and experienced or young and innovative? And as you know, you can just type in the chat your answer, and it'll register live on the screen right there. 100% of people saying young people. They want to work for young people, man. So that'll
Can I
stay up. You You guys can
Get a
comment on that.
to all.
Let me catch a few of these comments real quick, man. Hey,
Please,
before you go, I'm gonna let
please
you
do,
off the
man.
leash, man.
Please do, man.
Just let me catch a few of these
Please
comments,
get to the
because
comments.
How you
I'm
know
a,
I got a rant? How did you know I got a little rant today, man?
because you always got a rant.
I don't always got a rant now. I'm not Big Sarge now. God,
Well,
dog.
just Monday through Friday.
Shots fired, bro. Like, big Sarge catching
I
strays.
tell you about it later, DC. I'll tell you about that
Okay.
later.
All right, man.
So we got Tim the Two Man saying, he says young, right? But it's hard for him to answer because that is a HR. Is that HR because of age discrimination?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Tim works in like HR, maybe. I'm not sure. But he said, I'll take innovation every day. Of course, we got my guy King Richard checking in, War Damn Eagle.
What's
Right
up,
back at you,
King?
my guy. Auburn Dad for life, man. Checking in, War Damn Eagle Tez. Hey, Auburn Dad, guess what? I'm an Auburn Dad too.
Yay.
So is DC. Yeah, man.
Good
So we got that in
job.
common, man.
Hey.
He's just speaking to everybody in the chat. Timmy. They said, what food does DC got in front of him? DC has got the food of the gods in front of him. It looks like, bro.
Small back people eat what I eat. People with big
Front and
backs
center.
don't eat this stuff.
Yeah. And then we got Auburn Dad coming back in and telling his affinity for LSU and Ole Miss. Take it he doesn't like him. Yeah. Oh, he's just letting Big Sarge know that he's King Richard. He's just stop making me hungry with that food, man. You got the people, man, in the chat wanting to grab something to eat right now, man.
Break, man.
Yeah, it is a lunch break, but that looks like dinner.
You ain't lying.
And Auburn says, I'm older, but I don't care what the boss is as long as it's not I get it. Yeah. It's he type pick, but I think he missed a letter for YouTube purposes. But I agree with that too. He says I'm on the younger side, but no, we ain't doing no bonnets and Crocs. I see you. What? That's funny.
It's happening.
It said DC putting all of that new old school in the box is diabolical.
Oh wow.
And then Tim said, "Here we go, Tez. You open the door." Yeah, man. I tried to close it, but I knew it was gonna happen. Trust me. And listen, being a space fanatic, I've had this conversation 1,000 times. I know where it goes. So, yeah, that's why I tried to be brief with that, man. So I thought I saw in the full moonlight last night there was a black speck on the right center. Of the you got a hell of a telescope.
Oh my God. I'm done.
He said, yeah, they're flying around the dark side of the moon. See, Kid Richard gets it. They're flying around the dark side of the moon, man.
Right.
Said this is a good water cooler conversation. It is, man. Nick could pop in here. I might pitch that to him, see if he wants to have that on this channel, man. If not, I told you guys Tuesday I'll answer some questions. I try to keep it brief though, but I already know what the questions are going to be, and I already know what the answers are going to be. He said, are they playing Pink Floyd on that flight, Tez? Probably so, bro. I would.
Wow.
Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd. Yeah. So you got
Mm-hmm.
DC's Mills up there. Yeah. King Richard praying for a safe journey and return, of course. Auburn Dad says 3 guys and 1 woman in space. And of course, yeah, we got the missus saying, hey, we sent our prayers up yesterday. We definitely did. And she's saying, going around the moon is further than landing on the moon. That is the fact. Everybody's saying true facts. And then she's calling me, Mrs. calling me Agent Secret Squirrel. Okay. So we got jokes. All right. I remember that. Remember that. Okay. Please no Earth is round or flat. Well,
oh man, you know it's going.
Listen, it's unavoidable to have that conversation. But listen, matter of fact, we just gonna move on because I don't even. Because man, flat earthers are aggressive.
They are. They are.
It said, Big Sarge says he's catching strays from being from the elite insider.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Big
man.
Sarge, I ain't throw no straight, man. Just know I'm on the same type of time you all. You just try to beat me there. Don't beat me there. Meet me there.
Okay.
Game 5, Tennessee. After Tennessee, I'm throwing straight. I'm throwing bullets with you. I promise you.
That's
I
hey.
told you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you about it. DC. It's crazy.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
real
Okay.
So we
crazy
got
right now.
King Richardson hoping to come an Auburn dad in 4.5 years.
That's what's
Okay.
up, man.
That's
That's what's up. That's what's up.
specific amount of time there, King Richard. And then he's also said prayers, please. For my wife, we are at Mobile Infirmary right now.
Prayers
Hey,
up,
Okay,
man.
okay.
prayers up to you, man. Prayers up to you.
Yeah, man. For sure.
Um, yeah, awesome. Oh, he said 4.5 years because his daughter, the softball star, will be playing for Auburn softball. I'm calling that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
She's a right-handed power hitter
Mm-hmm.
and she slaps as well.
That's what's up.
The Malvos, if you're hearing me, if you're watching this,
Yeah.
we got extreme talent on this pod here. But
Mm-hmm.
you guys, we got to get into the lunch. We're a little bit late into our lunch table poll because the show got a little bit derailed, but that's cool. We're definitely gonna get into it and get into the conversation that you guys all came here to see. And I don't know if you know, I don't know if you've been here for this part, but the way we start our lunch table conversations to start off these conversations is the same way you start off your lunch when you was in high school.
Okay.
We beat on the table.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. There you have it. Let me get this off the screen so you guys can see us. There we are. All right. There we have it, man. We got our first lunch table. Well, our second lunch table poll question, and it's a very, very simple one. I'll leave that up there. And looks like we already got an answer. And yes. But the question is NIL ruining college football? Really, really simple question. Really, really simple answers. You can just type yes, no, or if you think it's complicated, you type complicated in the chat. We're gonna get into this conversation here. So this was an interesting one when I was researching it. I wanted to look at NIL from a age standpoint, right? And whether older coaches actually fare well when it comes to NIL and how they've been doing, right? So I don't think NIL. I'm gonna put no, as well in there for my answer. I don't know if it's no. I don't think it's ruining the product per se. But this NIL conversation, NIL is not. I don't think it's ruining college football, but it's ruining coaches that don't adapt well to it. If that makes sense. And we gonna talk about exactly what that looks like in this conversation and what age that starts happening. Right. So in 2025 alone, 15 major FBS coaches were fired or just forced out. 1 in 4 coaches around the country, right? So 1 in 4 programs around the country in 2026 will enter with brand new coaches, right? That's the most coaching turnover in the history of college football, right? Not just the SEC, in the history of college football. And so today we're gonna talk about that here on Lunch Breaks, and we're asking the question that not a lot of people are asking, and is it an age problem? When we talk about this, is it an age problem with these coaches, right? So let's take a look at this real quick before we got to set the table with a few just graphics here. As you guys by all means, answer the lunch table poll questions while you guys are doing that. Let's take a look at this here. So old coaches aren't necessarily the problem. Age 60 plus coaches are, right? So you can see it by the graphic, coaches in their 40s and 50s are winning at a 68% rate in the NIL era. But it seemingly once a coach hits 60, that drops to 53%, and most end up being fired or forced out. Right. And you can see the numbers there. Under 45, these coaches are winning 71% of the time. So these young coaches are essentially dominating this space right here where you have older coaches 60 plus, that number drops to about 53%, on to 44%. And I'll start this off by asking you guys, what do you think about this? Why do you think that? Do you think? Well, I know it's accurate, but like, what do you think about this?
Man, I think, man, I think this tells me a lot is age, but behind that age is the institution, man. And so
Mm,
when you get the ages 60 to 65, even 59 and above, bro, it's been an institution that's been keeping this game going in a certain direction, bro, and a framework and a mental framework at that that's been keeping this institution going in the same direction. And now these coaches, the institution is going in the complete opposite direction and they can't adapt. So I think, man, it's age, but it's also institution, man. And we're having an institutional breakdown of what we're used to. Of leveling of the playing fields is what's happening. So that's why I say no, I don't think it's ruining. I think it's just in real time we're seeing a correction, a market correction in college football, and some people can't adapt to that correction because it's like you playing college football. They have their spam plays, bro, and they cannot adapt. You know what I'm saying? They have
mm,
what they're used to, and they can when change comes, they can't adapt to it, man. So these 45-year-olds coming up, why are they successful if it's not working? How are they successful? That tells me, man, that they have the adaptability to guide the institution, and these old cats just don't. They, you know what I'm saying? They got to opt out.
What'd you feel about that, Ant?
I mean, we just had a prime example, even though Hubert isn't 60 plus, but you got an example of a coach still stuck in his old ways,
Mm-hmm.
and us getting a coach that's new to the scene.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
I believe that the new coaches can adapt way quicker because now you have NIL to separate. I mean, it doesn't. You don't have power teams anymore per se,
Mm-hmm.
like how Bama stacked 4 stars and 5 stars, or Georgia would stack 4 stars and 5 stars, and then you get the leftovers or whatever. Um, the new coaches can adapt to the situation, and basically they want players for the scheme instead of players that's with the star rankings.
Okay, I mean that makes sense. Um, the only thing is, I'm looking at when I look at the numbers, and I see if you look down at the bottom left hand corner, you see 2024, the three youngest Power Four coaches hit, went 31-7. When you take the three oldest coaches, they went 19-17 in that same time frame. So like there's definitely something to it, but there's what comes to mind is there's like yeah, and that obvious take that old coaches can't handle NIL is kind of off. Because I think that it depends on what you call old, right?
Mm-hmm.
60 plus, we saw some 60 plus coaches be dominant, i.e. Nick Saban. Um, but you look at somebody like Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart's 49 years old. He's probably the best coach in the country right now. You know, according to a lot of people. Ryan Day is 46 years old. He just won the national championship. Lane Kiffin at 49 has the number one recruiting class in 2026. Uh, well, in terms of the transfer portal, uh, these are not young coaches by normal standards, but they are dominating in the NIL era. So to take that old coaches struggle is kind of like only half the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so let me put this off the screen real quick, and let's move on to another poll question, so I can ask you guys this, and that is, why are older coaches leaving? Right? Why do you think these older coaches are leaving this game, either getting fired or choosing to retire or stepping away? Why do you think that's happening? Do you think it's because they're too old? You can type too old in the chat. Do you think they won't pay players? You can type won't pay players in the chat. Or you think it's just bad luck? Is the reason why. You can just type bad luck in the chat. Man, I'm interested to see what you guys think about that. Um, so what do you guys think? What are some of the reasons you think that they're leaving? If you had to choose of these three, which one would you lean towards? Um,
I'm
I
kind of a I'm kind of a 50-50 on the won't play players and bad luck. Not saying
yeah.
that they don't think that the players won't, they don't need to be paid, but when you got a player making more than your assistants or, GAs or however it goes down, then that kind of becomes a problem because they're not going to too much listen to that person.
Mm,
And more on the bad luck side because again, you have the old coaches that stuck in their ways and they not gonna change for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So that I think is won't pay players, right?
I do
For
too.
that very reason that you said, I think that they just traditionally have done things one way, and then now they just refuse to do things the other way. What about you, DC? I see you put won't play players.
Yeah, man, I think it's won't play players also. It's also stuck in your ways. And if you look at that graph, in the center that you see Dabo Sweeney, who had a problem with transfer portal and just that new era coming in with the transfer portal. He was like, I'm not
Right.
getting players out the transfer portal. So he's
Uh-huh.
kind of stuck between the old and trying to adjust. Kirby Smart the same way. He was like, no freshman is gonna make more than any player that's a starter on the team, which we know
Hmm.
that's not sustainable. That's not
Right.
sustainable as a coach because you're going to get
Right.
superstar players like the Michigan coach and that the Michigan quarterback that's going to come in and command more than anybody on the team. So that's not
Right.
sustainable. So in a sense, he is kind of struggle, but he is adjusting on the fly. So I think it's just man stuck in your ways. People that have been in it longer, you see they're like exiting, and cats like Kirby Smart that were kind of on the fringe of both sides, they struggle a little bit, and the newbies, bro, they just taking over. So it's definitely it's a mindset thing and what I'm used to. I'm used to controlling these players, not having to pay them not being able to leave when they get ready. I just have all this control over them, man. So it takes another type of thinking to keep your player here now versus what it was when Nick Saban was head coach.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that, man. Oh yeah, and I had to I muted you just because you had a lot of wind noise, so
Mm.
I just you can take it off when you get ready to talk. Um, so man, I agree with that, and you touched on some of the things that we're gonna talk about here in just a second. Again, guys, if you're just joining us, completely interactive, all you got to do to answer these poll questions that you see at the bottom of the screen is type the answer you would like in the chat. It'll register here live on the screen. Too old. Why do you think the older coaches are leaving? You think it's just because they're too old? Do you think it's because they won't play players, or you think it's just bad luck, a bad luck type of thing? While you guys are contemplating that, let's take a look at this. 75% of these coaches don't make it out on their own terms, right? Since NIL started in 2021, over 60 coaches have been fired, forced out, or retired early, citing NIL as the reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can see that on the pie graph there, what large percentage of those get fired versus you see retired on their own terms is a very small percentage, and only 10% of those guys are actually still active. Uh, and to the right, you see some of the coaches that didn't survive. You got Nick Saban at 72 years old, he retired, right? He said NIL is the reason why he stepped away. This is a 7-time national championship coach gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mack Brown at USC, a year older than Nick Saban at 73. He was forced out because he couldn't adapt. Only 2 winning ACC records in that week of a conference. Uh, and in those 6 NIL seasons, he was forced out. Brian Kelly at LSU, 64 years old, but still over that 60 year mark that we kind of see was kind of like the cutoff. He was fired. And that buyout was $54 million, which was massive. Uh, NIL standards collapsed late in his tenure, so that had an effect on it. And then you got one who quit over NIL and Chris Kleiman at Kansas State. He resigned and he cited, hey, NIL disadvantages, and the player demands were just too great for him. And then you got Sam Pittman, over 63, fired at Arkansas, said that NIL was too hard to compete with. And he went 14-29 in the SEC. So, and of course, this is not all of them, but these are just a few examples there that you see. So what do you think about this one, man? Like, this is a little bit more clear of the picture, right? And like I said, this is not the whole picture, but it is part of it, right? So, what do you think about this one in terms of, these coaches over 60% of them, over 60, 75% of them over 60 out of the door. What do you think about that one?
That's telling, and we talked about it. Go back and watch the lunch break from last week. We talked about, man, just having a mentality of doing something easier versus working harder and smarter. You know what I'm saying? And some
Right.
people are just stuck in, they can't overcome the thinking process they've been accustomed to. So dealing with this NIL, man, you have to tear down pretty much everything you know as far as culture and how you build a program. You have to do something new. And Nick Saban and those guys have been doing the same process over and over. He's process driven, so he's been doing the same playbook year after year after year. And somebody throw your playbook away and just say build a new one, man, that's hard to do. So
It
he's
is.
stuck into, this brick and mortar that I've built, in my subconscious. And then so he's seen things. So it's easier to get someone, like they say with an offensive lineman, it's easier sometimes to get someone who has never done it, you know what I'm saying? And then they can come in and do it correctly and build a foundation correctly. People who have seen it, sometimes it's hard to unsee. And I think that's
Mm,
what's going on, dude. It's hard for them to just understand that, man, now players can get paid and demand what they want, and they can come and go as they please. So you have to cope with that, man. That's just a part of it now. You gotta, like we talked about last week, man, you gotta adjust your thinking. You gotta adjust your approach and everything like that, or step out,
right.
because you're gonna get left behind anyway.
Right. Yeah, yeah. So you guys in the chat, let me know what you guys think about this, man. I appreciate you guys voting, but I definitely want to hear you guys' opinion on things. What do you think about that? That cutoff line being 60, age
Mm-hmm.
60, where you see a significant drop off in terms of coaches' success as well as retention. A lot of coaches are leaving uh, on their own terms. You got a small amount leaving on their own terms, but you got a pretty significant amount of them being fired or forced out in some
Mm-hmm.
capacity. And they're only, this is not true for the younger guys. Um, so let's take a look at this. Uh, and this is in their own words, right? So this is not us making this up. This is these coaches in their own words. They're saying this. They actually got 2 quotes from Nick Saban. Nick Saban, who is 7-time national championship, greatest coach in college football history, at age 72, he said, per him, some people have a tougher time embracing players,
Mm-hmm.
especially some of us old timers. It is
Mm-hmm.
ultimately what you see at Oklahoma State. That's what when he was referring to Oklahoma State in their situation. But these are his words. He said, "Hey, especially us old timers,
Mm-hmm.
we're having a tough time adjusting to this. Now you
Mm-hmm.
got a lot of people that say, "Oh man, well Nick Saban wasn't forced out, such and such and such and such." But like, he's telling you right here, like,
Mm-hmm.
no. NIL, we're having trouble adjusting to it, right? And then he comes back again in the second quote and he says maybe 70 to 80% of the players you talk to, all they want to know is how much are you going to pay me? And that's why I left.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So he essentially left because he didn't want to have those conversations about players getting paid, which is it's fair. If you've done things one way for your entire career and you're asked to do things a different way, it's fair that take your ball and go home. Say, hey man, what else could he achieve? He's already achieved everything else that he could achieve. And then you got Kleiman said he left because he was tired of the NIL disadvantages and incessant player demands. So these are quotes directly from the coaches that we put on these graphs. So it's not like, this is not Tez's opinion. This is not DC's opinion. This is not Ant's opinion. These are quotes from the actual coaches who decided to step down. And then on the right, you see the bottom line. The age is not is 60, not 45. Coaches in their 40s or 50s are dominating the NIL age, and it doesn't really punish them, but it punished the coaches who refuse to pay players or adapt. It's about mindset, not age. Because there's one example in Kyle Whittingham who is 60, but he's still a top 10 coach. He adapted. He is 75% of the coaches that are 60 haven't. So he's probably the lone one that you could find that's like 60 plus that is still adapted. He's gotten that new job at Michigan. So he's an outlier to this stat. But it's only getting more difficult, as it says. Schools can now pay players $20.5 million dollars a year directly, and 1 in 4 FBS programs change coaches in 2026, as we said earlier. And that carousel is not slowing down one bit. So does that hammer it home for you a little bit more, DC, when you see like the actual coaches saying, "Hey, this is the reason why I left, bro. Like I don't want to do this.
Yep.
Right? I don't want to participate in this game. This is not the game I signed up to play." Did that hammer it home for you a bit more?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Great graphic, man. Great statistics, man. What you need to do with that is you need to keep it going, get the statistics, package it, man, and then you just need to sell it to these schools. One thing we're not doing is getting a coach over 60. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You made that process very clear.
Right.
You did all the work for them, man. If they watching, you just gave away that free game to all these colleges. But man,
Yeah.
stats like
Holla
that
at
are
me.
important. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you could just solve a lot of problems right there. No coaches over 60, man. You know what I'm saying? And we
Right.
need to hear their viewpoint, because if you think about it, dude, like a coach over 60, if a cat come in and is like, man, give me $100,000, coach. I need an extra $100,000. My production is picked up. My social media is picked up, so I need an extra $100,000. Old school gonna be like, man, we ain't doing this during the year, man. Go out there and play. But new school guy might be like, hey, man, yeah, I see your social media is built. Man, I see your production is up. Let's get with Own the Victory, Tez. And let's see if what you're saying is true. Let's do a marketing campaign, man, a marketing analysis, and see if we can get you a marketing deal somewhere to up that 100,000 for you during the season. Now, I can't promise you did agree to this contract, but can't promise you, man, but we will do a market analysis and see if, man, we can find you a brand deal. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the difference in just like a thinking to propel you to get better versus just the old school no nonsense.
What you think about that one, Ant? You still there? They say they can't hear me. If you're in the chat and you can't hear me, if you can hear me, type give me a thumbs up in the chat. And if you can't, obviously you won't hear this message, so I won't get any thumbs up. But if you hear me, just give me a thumbs up. Because I think Sharp said we can't hear you. I don't know if he was referring to me or
DC, me
Yeah.
or Tez. It might be me.
Yeah, I want to make sure y'all hearing me just fine.
Okay.
He
said
says
DC.
can't hear DC.
Okay.
Let's see.
You hear me now? You hear me now? Check. 1, 2. You hear me now?
Yeah, I got him coming through loud and clear on my end. I'm not sure.
I was finna say, I hear both of y'all.
Oh man. So what do you think
Offense.
about that though? And that last graphic that we put up, man. I'll put it back up for you if you missed it. And this is just quotes from the actual coaches themselves, not opinion. This is what the actual coaches said on their
Mhm.
own.
Okay.
So what do you think about that? Does that hammer it home for you a little bit more?
I mean, I think you got some coaches that just love college ball, so they'll make the adjustments or whatever, however you want to put it.
Mm.
And you got some that even if they try, they just can't get over the fact that this guy is making more than my assistant.
Mhm.
Mm.
So I think it's just a personal preference more than what the numbers gonna show.
Mhm.
Because if you ask me, Nick Saban probably could have coached 5 more years
Mhm.
if he could have got over the fact that I got a OC that might be making 500,000, and I got Will Anderson who's making a mil plus.
Right.
Mhm. Mhm.
And,
So
and
I
in the reality of things, like that shouldn't be a problem, I don't think, because man, you should get paid more if you actually the one out there putting your life on the line for the game and the sport.
Mhm.
I
In
mean
my
that's
opinion, right?
Yeah.
In the
that's true,
NFL is
Tez.
in
That's
the
very
NFL it's
true.
like that, right? These players make an astronomical amount of money compared to the coaches.
Mhm.
So,
That's true. So look, DC will know. DC will know what I'm getting at when I say this.
Mhm.
That's like since we're putting it towards jobs. That's just like in trucking. We may be the ones out here risking our lives and got to deal with crazy drivers and all this and that. But in actuality, we making the least amount of money.
mm,
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So you got people that's in the office that in 6, 7 months will make a $500,000.
Mhm.
But you got
mm,
people out here risking their lives through any kind of weather, any kind of sickness, disease, whatever you wanna, whatever however you wanna put it, that probably ain't even gonna make 80,000 in 7, 8 months.
mm,
And I applaud college football for that change because you're right. You take a beating on that football field just to
right.
play for a chance to go to the NFL without getting paid, without having any type of benefit to help you or whatever. And you, as a coach, should understand that and you shouldn't get mad because this player is making more than your assistant. Because he's, like you said, he's the one out here doing the work, risking his body and health and mind and all type of things just to have a shot at going to the league.
Mm. Yeah, I mean that's a valid point, very all facts. Um, so I gotta ask you guys this, and this is our next poll question. You see it down at the bottom of the screen. Is did you know this? Right? I wonder if this was like is this new information for you, or did you know that coaches 60? Did you know that coaches 60 plus won at a 72% clip before NIL? When you think about that. So
Yeah.
what the NIL has been around 6 years now?
Mhm.
So prior to
Hmm.
NIL, coaches that were 60 plus, they won at 72% compared to coaches
Wow.
under 60 before NIL. And that has dropped down post NIL to 53%. Like, did you guys know this? Because I was looking this up, I had no idea. I wouldn't have even guessed that it was that because 72% is a high number
Mhm.
in terms
I
of a winning
mean,
percentage. Like, did you guys know that? I'm gonna type no in the chat because I had absolutely no
I
clue that that was even that far. Did
I
you guys know that?
I did. I did because you got to think about all the coaches that were before NIL. I mean, you got Paterno and Bobby Bowden, Nick Saban, and all them. So, not to mention Kirby and all the
Yeah,
Ohio State greats and
Kirby's
Urban
like
Meyer.
49 though.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, you had a lot of coaches that was 20+ year tenures at their school.
Yeah.
So, and even though we don't know all of them, you got to think it's what 130 plus teams in the NCAA.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
add all that, ain't no telling how many of them had 60+ year old coaches.
I
Yeah.
think yeah, I didn't. I think you can look at it and say yeah, but no, I didn't realize it, bro. Like I say, another crazy stat that NIL has turned college football on its head as far as coaching
It's a young
positions
man's
goes.
game now
Yeah,
for
it is,
sure.
man. I didn't
It's
realize it. All these
becoming.
stats are phenomenal, dude.
I didn't. I didn't. I kind of like if you would have asked me that question just on his face, I probably would say, yeah, yeah. I think the older coaches were doing better before NIL. But what I didn't know is they were winning at 72%,
Right, right.
and the massive drop to 53%. Like that is. I mean, you can't. Could it be coincidence? Yeah, but like when there's a line in the sand and it starts at a certain point and then it starts to significantly drop off, like you can't attribute that to coincidence. That's definitely the game changing is
Yep.
affecting traditional coaches. Like I had this quote that I always say is tradition is just peer pressure from dead people. Um,
That's good stuff, man.
and
Yeah,
I think
that
I
is
think that's
true.
that is what's showing up is you got a lot of people that want to do things one way or traditionally how it's been done and they're holding on to that but the game is changing and as the game changes if you want any type of success yeah you have to adjust as well. um
I think an old school coach that could do it though is Steve Spurrier. I think Steve
Steve
Spurrier would
Spurrier,
thrive in this environment.
Think
you think
so?
he can get back in the game?
I don't know about from coaching. I'm just saying from the whole overall. This is a general statement. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay,
old
that's what I'm saying.
stuff work.
Oh,
This
okay.
is old X's and O's stuff work. But I'm saying from a financial perspective and dealing with NIL, because think about it. When he was at South Carolina, he was like, look, man, just take $200,000 of my money and just distribute it to the players. He was
Yeah,
for
yeah, he
thinking
actually said that.
Yeah,
way
Yeah.
yeah.
back before NIL, man. So he was embracing it then. He was like, look, just give them part of my salary. Y'all don't even have to pay him. Just give them part of my salary. So I think Steve Spurrier, he was forward thinking even back then before NIL came.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. I
Mm,
do remember him making that statement, man. Let me do this. Like you guys again have had the poll questions up. Uh, did you know that? Did you know that coaches 60 plus won at a 72% clip before NIL? You just type no or yes or kind of if you kind of knew in the chat. And you can have your answer register here live on screen. Uh, he says nobody. He says you're low, DC. He said nobody can hear
Wow.
you. I I'm trying to see if your mic is registering over here in the stats.
You hear me? Check now. Check now. Check now. Check. 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 Check.
Yeah, it's. I mean, over here, all of the settings look good. Um, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
Let's
don't know.
see.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's registering on the screen. I don't know.
mm,
Let me turn this down off and see if that helps. All right, now try it, DC.
Check 1 2. I'm registering. I see him registering on the screen.
sound
Um,
good to me.
yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah.
I got it turned up as loud as it goes over here. So
You say yeah. I hear you a little better.
yeah, okay,
Okay. Okay. I'll just talk into the mic.
okay,
Talk into the
yeah.
mic. Okay.
All right, man. So let's
To the
let's let's,
point.
let's go ahead.
Oh, I was finna say to the point of what we talking about. The little last thing I was gonna say was I think you got a lot of teams that are making taking more chances on younger coaches because of NIL. Because they feel like the
Mm,
coach gonna relate better to the players in the situation that they're going through or that they're in during this NIL period.
yeah. Well, maybe they
Mm-hmm.
know this information.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And definitely, the NFL is definitely going that way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
I think you'll see a lot of college coaches get NFL jobs in the next 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, that could be the case. So I got another one for you guys. Let's take a look. Oh, that's the same one. Let's take a look at this one. All right. So this is basically you got some current coaches mixed in with some retired coaches. You see on the left, you got coaches age 35 to 59.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is not all of them, but this is
Mm-hmm.
a select few, some of the notable names that people would recognize. And their average winning percentage is 68%. That includes Kirby Smart, with an amazing record at 108 and 19, two national titles, programs thriving. Ryan Day, I think he's got the highest winning percentage in the country right now. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure about that, but basically
Hmm.
87.5% win percentage is great. He's got a national title. Lane Kiffin, 55 and 19 with that 2026 Porter class being number one. That he's thriving. We don't know what he's gonna do at LSU, but as a name and a coach, he's been successful. And then you got Steve Sarkisian, who's been to the college football semifinals twice with a 10-5 record. And then on the other end, and this just says losing, but it's not that these guys are losers. So please don't get in your feelings about that. It's just saying that it's
Losers.
just saying that these guys aren't playing, they aren't coaching football anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But that win rate is 53%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, then you got Nick Saban there, who retired, seven-time national titles, seven-time national champion, took all that and left. He cited NIL as that. You got Brian Kelly, $54 million buyout. He was fired. His NIL standings fell. Mack Brown, who's forced out at 73 years old again, with a winning record, but two ACC titles of the 6 seasons that he was there
Should have
in a
put.
conference that he could have been on there. He could have won more than that, I think. And then you got Sam Pittman. He's fired at 63 with a losing record and 4 of 6 losing seasons. So that
Should have
kind of
put Jimbo
further
on that
illustrates.
list
I should have put Jimbo on that list. Uh,
for that
but
$99 million class he brought in that ain't do
Mm.
nothing. Oh, man.
um, but so I have another. So you guys tell me what you think about this. I mean, this is kind of like a continuation of the first graph that we put up. So it's not this is just shouldn't be new information if you've just been
Mm-hmm.
watching us for
Mm-hmm.
the last 5 to 10 minutes. But
Mm-hmm.
again, like how do you guys feel about this in terms of just you see the names, you see the ages, and then you see on the other end the names and ages, and you see they're not coaching football anymore. Uh, how do you guys feel about this one? I got another poll question I'm about to put up in just a second while you guys are looking at that.
I say, man, what this tells me is you got those guys that are in between traditional and new school, but the key factors I'm drawing from this is like you have those guys, and then you have the logo. They're at prominent programs, and you have the NIL backing to go with it, and you have the institutional adjustment they made, to NIL. So those are the key factors I draw away from that study.
Okay. How about you, Ant?
I, I agree with what DC said because I believe Sam Pittman in a better situation probably would be better.
Mm-hmm.
True.
He wasn't a
I
bad
get that.
coach. He was just in a
Mm-hmm.
bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
And Mack Brown, I mean, the man put Texas and North Carolina on the map. So I don't think it's as much as I don't think the changes as much as the numbers show. It's just that it's a more even playing field now. So of course it's gonna be harder. You're not gonna be able to do what you was doing back in the day.
Yeah.
They
And,
got you.
and yeah, and see, and two, like, man, I think it's just like first you got to be willing to change. Saban was like, man, I'm not willing
Hmm.
to like do this.
I don't want to play this game.
Yeah, I don't want
It's
to play
not.
this
This is
game.
not the
So
game I
that's the
know and
first
love.
thing.
So,
And if you notice, bro, the cats that were reluctant, like your Dabo Swinney's struggle. Now he's got to play catch up because he's trying to like, okay, now I'll do it. But cats that are reluctant, Kirby Smart just lost a 5-star quarterback. I think he's lost a 5-star quarterback in the 2 last classes. He lost a 5-star quarterback to Vanderbilt. He lost a 5-star quarterback to Nebraska. For whatever reason, but that's unheard of. And not to say Georgia's not still recruiting at a excellent level, because they are. I'm just saying in the past that wouldn't have happened. Kirby wouldn't have lost a 5-star quarterback to Vanderbilt, man. So it's like, but he is embracing change, but like reluctantly. So at least he's embracing it. But the reluctant people are kind of falling off a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
right.
You got to fully embrace this thing, bro.
Right. So we're gonna ask the question. Given all the information that we've talked about and we've said, and the graphics and the statistics that you've seen, plus what you inherently feel, and this is to you guys in the chat. Can a coach over 60 survive in the NIL era? Simple question. All you got to do is write down there, type in the chat. What do you think? Do you think yes? Do you think no, they can't survive? Do you think yes, they can survive? Do you think they can survive if they adapt, or do you think age doesn't really matter? All you gotta do is type your answer in the chat. You type it just as it is. Here on the screen, it'll be registered. I'm gonna go with if they adapt, right? Because the Kyle Whittingham example for me is proof of that, right? If you can adapt, you can what he was able to do at Utah in terms of NIL, getting talent down there, and then him carrying that over into Michigan now. And we haven't seen it yet, but I'm almost sure that if he continues the same way, he will be successful. I think if they adapt, is the answer I'm gonna go with. How do you guys feel about that, given everything that we've said so far?
I'm gonna go with absolutely. If they adapt, man, that is the key component. And I'm gonna be honest with you, in this day and age, the coaches are gonna have to do what they've been telling their players to do for years, man. I need full buy-in. So if you're a coach, you can't have this thing. You can't do it begrudgingly, man, because man, when you get players and their families on campus, they gonna know like you really not all in on them being productive and getting paid. They gonna read through that. So man, you gotta like fully embrace what's going on in college football. You gotta bring the kids in and like, man, if I'm a coach, I'm like, hey man, I want your production to match your pay. And dude, being a student athlete here at Auburn, man, I want you to make as much money as possible. That's my pick. When they come in the office, bro, we want to make you as much money as possible. That's what we want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got to embrace this thing fully, man, and be fully committed to it. You can't do it halfway. You can't, Dabo Swinney that thing. You can't, man.
Yeah.
What about you? What about you, Ant? You think that they can 60-year-old coach?
Yeah, I'm with DC on that. If they can adapt to this.
On cue. It's on brand. It's like every. It's incredible. Really,
this is like impeccable, man.
The timing is.
He got an analytics thing on his phone, and it's like
now. I had a phone.
Oh man. Yeah. So we gonna wait for Ant to get his service back, man.
My God, man.
He's going in and out. Oh man. But yeah, I think I don't know. I think they can survive if they adapt, man. If they adapt. The thing about it is like, old people aren't really good at adapting. They don't really want. You meet people now, man. You think about the older people in your family, and the phrase goes around. It's like that's just how they always are.
That's just how they always do it.
You know what I mean? They don't really adapt very, very well. So, if they adapt, I think they could. The thing about it is like if they do adapt, they bring in that experience piece as well, and I think it can pay dividends if you get a coach that can, that's willing to. That's older with that experience, that's willing to adapt and be more innovative, oh man, you got yourself something on your hands, I think.
Absolutely,
But
bro. Absolutely.
it's that adapt piece, man, that just
Mm-hmm.
it just bothers older people in general, not even just coaches. So I'm gonna go with if they adapt, man. Um, let's see what we got in the comments. It looks like we can hear you a little. Yeah, Sharp saying I can hear you a little better. Yeah, I don't know. That may
Awesome.
be
Awesome.
a YouTube thing, man, because
Maybe.
on my end on this thing, it is in the red when he talks. So
Yeah, man. Cause mine
it's
too, bro. I got
spiking.
that thing turned all the way up.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with that. But it looks like a lot of people are saying if they adapt, Sharp's calling cap on what specifically, Sharp? Uh, let us
On
know.
what?
Uh, but we're gonna get one last little graphic on the screen, man, to kind of bring this all in, hammer this all home, and it's this one. All right. So it's the same thing that we've been talking about, but now in line graph form. And you see, before NIL was 20, uh, represented by the green line there, is the from 2016 through 2020, the average coach win rate at 60 plus, right? So that represents what coaches were doing at 60 plus from that time frame. Uh, and then you see that it's been pretty consistent, right? And then after NIL starts in 2021, you see that 50% rate, and we got specific coaches up there. You got Nick Saban represented by the red line, Brian Kelly right there by the purple one, Mack Brown by the orange one, Sam Pittman there uh, by that yellow line. Um, and you see the fall off, right? Like you can see that clearly. Like after 2021, uh, these coaches begin to take downward spirals in terms of success. Now, Nick Saban is the exception to the rule because he was pretty consistent. He just chose to opt out of the game. Right. So this not include him. If you
Bro, you talking about
are
that's consistency right there. Good Lord, man.
yeah.
God, that's consistency, man.
Yeah. So if you're a Saban fan, like look, we're not including him in what I'm about to say. So I don't want to have that conversation. Because clearly he's been successful, but he's you do see with what would be 2 years into the NIL era, he decided that hey, I can't I don't want to risk it. I can't play this game. It's not the game I grown to know and love, so I don't want to play this game anymore. Um, and then you see, the fall off from all these other coaches. Like it takes a nosedive in the NIL era. And not necessarily that they're more or less successful than they were pre NIL, but if you notice, pre NIL, all of them had a upward trajectory. All of them were on the way up. Mack Brown, soon as NIL started, he took a dive, right? And then he had some success, and then it started to tail off again. So, what do you think about this one, man? Like I said, I'm asking you what feels like the same question over and over again, but just with different ways to look at it. How do you feel about this?
No, every time you put up a new graph, man, it just gives me a different perspective of how to look at it. And we've had this discussion since this is it's SECZN about who the better conference has been over 20 or 25 years, however long, man, since the playoffs started. And when I said this, they were like, man, you're moving the goalposts. And what it really is at that demarcation point, man, you have to just kind of like really scrap what you know and thought about college football, and you have to revise, man, and just look at it differently and weigh things differently. At that demarcation point, you have to look at national championships differently. You have to look at playoffs differently. You have to look at win totals differently. So when I say that demarcation point, man, they say you're moving the goalposts, but man, looking at this graph, man, it solidifies the thinking that when NIL started, man, you have to kind of look at and reason college football in a new way as far as like who is the best, who is, the better conference, and strength of schedule, all this kind of stuff, man. So no, that's excellent work, man.
Yeah, I think it got a lot to do with programs. To add what DC saying,
Mm,
I think
okay.
I think the I think that we're looking at coaches, and you can look at that, but if your program's not giving any money, or
Mm.
just take
Mm-hmm.
Mack Brown for example, he went to North Carolina, and everybody knows North Carolina's more of a basketball than football, right? Like Kentucky. So if your donors are only giving you X amount of dollars, and you got Alabama making over giving over 50 million, then of course they're going to get the better players.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And
Yep.
sometimes, I mean, X's and O's only going to take you so far.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, I agree with that. Only pushback I would have is like when Bill Belichick arrived at North Carolina, they pumped money into the program, into
Mm-hmm.
football, into
Mm-hmm.
NIL specifically. Um, and there's also proof of these coaches saying that, hey, this is the reason why I left. This is the reason why I can't do this anymore. It's because I don't want to pay players. I don't want to participate in the system. Had it
Mm-hmm.
not been for them saying it in their own words, I would probably be more along the lines of the same thinking. But
Mm-hmm.
if you ask somebody a question and they tell you their answer and they say, "Hey, no, this is why," I have to take that at face value. Now, do people lie? Absolutely, but why would they lie about that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
True.
Um, it's just man, and we've seen certain coaches go into certain programs and get funding, right?
Right.
Uh, Kurt Cinetti. Prior to him, nobody would like that. They probably wouldn't putting a dime into to that football program.
Right. Right. Right.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
we've seen that even Ole Miss. Think about well, there was the Hugh Freeze cheating thing,
Mm-hmm.
but outside of that, like they weren't spending a ton of money just getting talent down there. Lane Kiffin comes to the plane to well, the plains. He didn't come to the plains, but Lane Kiffin comes to Ole Miss down there in Oxford. All of a sudden, they going crazy in the transfer
Mm-hmm.
portal, and you can say that for Lane Kiffin. Like you think about Kiffin in specifics.
Mm-hmm.
This is a dude who I don't care where he lands, whether it's a traditional power, whether it's a program that has not traditionally spent money on NIL and football. Wherever Lane Kiffin land, he's gonna make noise in the portal.
Mm-hmm.
Like his
Yeah.
his his motto is open up that checkbook so we can get some talent that I want. So like I think it has a lot to do with the coaching and the coaching philosophy. Uh if they believe in you, if these programs believe in you, and you're convincing, they'll open up that checkbook for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think they will.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because think about it. If Lane Kiffin had went to Duke, Duke may have the number one transfer portal class in the
Right.
country right now.
Right. Right.
I mean, it just
It's
I don't know,
possible.
man. It's just an interesting conversation, man. I just wanted to kind of have it and leave you guys with it. Just it's one thing to give our opinions, man, but when
Mm-hmm.
when you start looking up the numbers and the statistics, and you get real numbers and real quotes and data and stuff from coaches, like it's things that you can't refute.
Yeah.
Like initially I probably wouldn't be as like this shocked me. Is what I'm saying. I wasn't thinking like this before I actually looked at all of this. So
Mm-hmm.
man, that's kind of what we want to do is to put concrete data up there and see how that stacks up against the narratives. And some most times it doesn't stack up against most time the narratives are just narratives. What
Yeah.
actually happens is totally different from what fans think and what we push and what you see all over social media. When you actually break it down to the raw numbers, you see a different story, right? Case in point, on social media, in national media, Texas is a blue blood. On paper, they not.
Mm-hmm.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Nothing,
So like that's one of the things that like we want to, you know, that's why I to try to go out and get the stats and the graphics and stuff just to like, hey man, this is what's actually happened. Not my opinion, not you know, because I'm a Auburn fan and I want to hate on this team. Like, no, that's not none of it. Like, this is the raw data, actual numbers. So, and the numbers say when you turn 60, there's a decline in your success in this era. And it all started 6 years ago. Like, because prior to that, 60 plus year old coaches were winning at a 72% clip.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So you guys have, so we got to get out of here, man. Do you guys have any closing thoughts on this thing before we wrap this all up?
I got a question I got a question for Sharp. I'm talking. I wonder, and I wish they would have pushed Nick Saban on this answer.
Nick is
Was
watching.
yeah
Nick Saban's watching.
was like NIL. I wonder for Nick Saban, was NIL, was it the nuance of NIL, or is just Alabama didn't have the money? Meaning, like, when I say nuance, like, did Alabama have the bag and he just, man, I don't want to deal with these players coming and asking me for money all the time and renegotiating? Was it the nuance of the process, or was it just Alabama didn't have the money he thought was needed, to succeed in the NIL era? I wonder that about him, because a Nick Saban with unlimited NIL funds would be like crazy, bro.
Yeah,
That would
yeah,
be
you're
crazy.
right. It'd be a problem for
Yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
So I just
Oh,
wonder which was it. Was it nuance or just not enough money?
yeah,
So that's a question.
I
Maybe
think it's
Sharp can answer that.
yeah maybe, but I'm just saying like I think it's just he just didn't want to play this type of game.
So you think it's more
Uh,
nuance?
yeah, because
Okay.
every answer he's always given has always been about like he talks about education a lot. He talks about like this traditional way that college sports used to operate. So I think it's just this it's almost like a different sport now for a person like him.
Okay.
Like you're playing a different game now. Um, and like that quote, let me see if I can put it back up. It's one of these quotes that he had. Let me see. Yeah, that second one right there. That second quote, maybe 70 to 80% of the players you talk to, all they want to know is how much you gonna pay me. And that's why I left. So like I think
Wow.
it's that. Like, man, hey, I
Wow.
don't want to deal with that. That's not I don't want kids asking me about money. That's not the game I signed up to coach.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
because could he coach still? Yeah, absolutely. The dude probably could coach right now. Right now he can come off that TV set right now and make the playoffs.
For sure. For sure.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think it's just personally he didn't want to have to deal with that. And then I mean, do you blame him though?
No, I don't. I don't.
You
Nah.
blame him.
I don't blame him.
We're Auburn fans, we got reports of players saying, "Hey, I need 40,000 before I get on the plane."
It's crazy, man. It's wild, man. Yeah.
Right.
Before a
Right.
away
It's just
game, the
wild,
night,
man.
I
you know
don't.
what I
Wow.
mean? Like that. Do
I
you want to
don't.
deal with that
No.
I
as a
don't think no
coach?
coach. I don't think no coach want to deal with that Saban or
Nah.
Golish or anybody. Like, bruh, for a player to sit here and demand you money, I need this before I get on a plane, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that's
That's
putting
wild.
you in a bind.
That's wild.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, now
Now
what
imagine
if
you 70 years
half your
old and
team
they
do
telling you that.
it? Yeah,
Yeah, and you used to having so much control, bro, and then you wake up one morning and have no control. It's crazy.
right.
And the players
Just think
telling you what they're gonna do.
just think about this though. Think about all of your older like uncles and aunties, grandparents, if they're around like that are in their age range. Imagine if like for Thanksgiving dinner, you told them like, hey, I'm gonna need you're gonna pay me like $200 to come.
Boy,
I
what?
know I brought the mac and cheese last year for free for
Boy, what?
Thanksgiving, but man,
Boy,
I need
what?
$200 for that pan this year.
What?
How you think that's gonna fly?
Boy, what?
You gonna get cussed
Boy,
out.
boy, keep
What?
your mac and cheese. Like, is that no, that's not gonna work, man.
Well, I
Uh,
know. Are trying to like do Thanksgiving like without with no traditional food, bro. And I know people do this, and this is a big contention. Like we had this going on, man, over
Right.
tradition versus man.
You're doing a seafood bowl.
Yeah, I'm like, no, we're not doing a
Mm-hmm.
seafood, dog. No, we're not doing that, bro. We finna fight. Cause you know what I'm saying. I gotta have my dressing. I gotta have my mac and cheese and my collard greens, sweet potato souffle,
Right.
bro. I got to have it. You can do that in addition, but cats that be trying to switch it up. No, we ain't having no dressing and I'm no, bro. No.
I got my mouth all set for turkey and dressing.
Yeah,
I can get in there and you got
Right.
I've been waiting a year for this.
shrimp and corn.
You bet, bro. I eat that
Well,
corn like. That's how I'm eating that corn. Come on, bro.
yeah, you sit up here and tell me, how you having a seat. Don't even expect me to pull up.
For
I'm
real,
gonna
bro.
tell you now.
For real, Aunt. For real.
I'm not even gonna be there.
Let's not do this.
Yeah.
Man.
Now, as I say this about these traditional coaches and them saying, "Hey, I don't want to play this game this way," you do still have to understand the fact that they've been successful playing the game that way. So
Right.
there is an element of this of them saying like, "Hey, I may not be able to continue that. Like you know, this is not going to be the same way, the same level of success that I had in the future, right? Or it's gonna make it different for me to go about it. So there is an element, small element of that, that I do believe from a coach like Nick Saban saying like, "Hey, nah, man, this is I can't do this because I can't be as successful as I normally was." And then you got expectations from the fans and all that. You know, what is 7 years removed now from a national championship,
Yeah.
bro. That is, you know,
Then you got to think about this too. You adding one more person to your recruiting personnel when you add a GM, like, so it's
mhm.
like now
It's
I
more
might
moving
want
parts.
this player. Yeah, I might want this player. He's not gonna sign off on him because he feel like he wants too much money, or he might not fit what we got going on, or something like that. So
Mhm.
it's a lot of changing. It's a lot of changes that happen, and a lot of old coaches that used to have their way don't have control like that anymore. So I think they
Mm.
just, I'm gonna take my ball and go home now.
Yeah, yeah. Especially if you had a leverage like a Nick Saban, where hey, I can sustain a lifestyle by talking about the game and make more money than I
Yep.
did coaching without the stress. And
Absolutely.
that's another thing about it, man. Like you said, you add more parts to it, and then you have this money element in there. The game itself already is stressful, right? To recruit and try to go out and get these kids, already a stressful game as it is. Now you add the element of you have to consider NIL, balance budgets. How much am I paying this room versus this room? What does that
Hmm.
look like for next year? Because if I pay them this much this year, then next year they may eat into my budget for high school. Like all of that is just super stressful. And then we're talking about coaches over 60 years old. Man, they don't want to take. They just want to. At the end of the day, want to go out there and coach ball. Probably.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Or you can,
That's
or you, or you can be like Hubert and just pay one room $5 million and just say forget the rest.
good. Just pay one room $5 million and then go golfing because that got it all set in place. But yeah, this was the last
Hmm.
poll question. I actually forgot to plug it, but is who got replaced best after NIL took them out? Was it Saban to DeBoer? Or was it Kelly to Kiffin? I just used a couple of examples, and still a mess. If you think it's still a
Yeah.
mess, you can type that in the chat. Let's see Dwight. Dwight, what's going on, man?
What's up, Dwight?
He's saying that
What
it's still
up?
a mess, and I agree with him. So I'm gonna
I
put
agree
still a
with that.
mess in the
I agree
chat.
it's still a little bit of mess, man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still a mess, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, man, this is about to do it for us. I gave you guys actually 10 extra minutes because uh we mentioned round versus flat earth and it went off the rails. So uh man, this has been a fun one, man. I hope you guys learned something from this and got a different perspective. That's always the goal of these is to kind of, you know, put some stats in your brain and change how you think about it a little bit. So, man, this has been a great one. But I actually I ate one of those Kaneka sausage collages, but I bought 2.
Okay.
And that second one is staring at me right now. So I got
Yeah,
I
man.
gotta go ahead and finish my lunch, man.
I'm
And to
gonna go
you
reheat it, man.
guys,
I'm gonna go reheat, bro.
you gotta go reheat.
Reheat, yes.
All right, man. So we about to get up out of here. I appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and cue that outro, man. One. Appreciate each and every one of you for joining us on this. It was an interesting conversation, man. I may clip some of these and put out some more graphics from this in the next coming days. I'm not sure, but again, Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Fans versus Day series taking a break. We're on the bye week, so we're gonna do some fun and games. And if you know how we do fun and games at SECZN, trust me, you want to be there. And we may be giving away, and I'm almost sure we will be giving away some SECZN t-shirts because it's getting hot. I mean, it's getting hot. So if you want to win one of those, the first ones, of course, come participate in the fun and games that we have, and you can win one. Mike McKinney's in the chat. He won one. He's a winner. So yeah, man. This, like I said, this has been a fun one. I'm thankful to these guys on the panel. Thankful for everybody that joined us in the chat. And I'm gonna let these guys tell you where to find them. And we'll start with Ant. Ant, where can they find you at, man?
Yes, sir. Man, y'all can find me at Cheddar's, bro, in about 5 more minutes. You heard? DC got me hungry over here.
Oh, man. Already. DC, where can they find you at, man? What you got going on?
Man, you can find me at Auburn_Addicts on all platforms, Auburn Addicts TV, on YouTube, man. Just talking Auburn football, man. You know what I'm saying? Just talking Auburn basketball, all Auburn sports all the time. Check us out Sunday at 6 for Have You Heard Auburn News Today, man. Look forward to seeing you guys chopping it up with you, man. Wait.
For sure. Yeah, man, we got Sharp in the chat saying come join the show tonight. So Sharp's going live tonight. He usually, if I'm correct, it's usually gonna be about 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. You can drop in the chat, Sharp, if I'm wrong about that or I'm right. But yeah, I think about 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. Head over to Sharpshooter Sports Talk for an interesting conversation over there, man. I always have a great time over there. But yeah, man, this one has come to an end. And he says you're right. Yeah. So 6 o'clock Central Standard Time over on Sharpshooter Sports Talk, man. But yeah, this one has come to an end, man. And as always, man, it's SECZN, and your break's off, man. Go clock back in. We out.